Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Priyanka, and in this video today we will be working on Procreate Dreams, and we'll be understanding a little bit of anticipation, rigging and tweening, all by using Procreate Dreams. So I'll be creating my initial object or shapes on Procreate just for the heck of symmetry tool, which is not present in Procreate Dreams. Other than that, I'll be completely working on Procreate Dreams using the draw and paint and the timeline. So this is going to be a long video, and so I would love it if you will pick up your iPad and create this animation along with me. You're going to learn a lot over here. Every time you create a new project on Procreate Dreams, it has something new to offer. Every time I create something over here, I come to know some or other new feature that Procreate Dream has to offer. So that is what I'm going to show you in this particular video. So grab your iPads, your pencils, and let's make this fun animation that I have planned. So let's start with Procreate Dreams. So Procreate Dreams, let's open a new screen. You can pick up any screen size that you want. I'll be going with this screen size, which is more or less square. We have a square one also, but I want to go with this one. Let's click on empty. And this is the interface. So we have the stage, we have the backstage, we have the timeline. And if you want to understand this interface better, there is a very beginner's video, that tutorial that I have created. I'll like provide the link in the description. You can go and check that out. So for here, what I am planning here is there's going to be a shape of eye, and it is going to keep on blinking. It will blink, it will close, and it will open. And in this process, every time it blinks, it is open. It is going to show you a different scene, and it closes, then opens up with a new scene. So for creating that shape of the eye, I'm going to work on Procreate just for the sake of using the symmetry tool. So let's go to Procreate. Let's click on the plus, and I'll go with the square. And let's activate drawing guide over here, edit drawing guide, go to symmetry, go to options, and I'll go for quadrant, and done. For the color, I'll take black, and for the brush, I will take monoline. We'll just create a simple eye shape, like a leaf-like shape. There you go, simple and perfect. Let's fill this up. Right. Now, same way, I want the eyeball. So I'll create a circle again over here, just because that perfect circle will be created over here in no time. Here we don't need the drawing guide. So just we'll draw a circle and we'll click, and you get a perfect circle over here. It's as simple as that. Let's fill that up. So that's the circle and the eye. So we have these two layers. I'm going to import this to Procreate Dreams. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick these files from Procreate, drag and drop it over here in Procreate Dreams, and the files will be imported. Now, under tracks, you have one single track. Also, let's make the timeline for now 4 seconds. So this is something you can also start with. Frame per second we will decide later. Right now, duration is 4 seconds. The duration will keep on increasing little by little as we move on in our animation, and I'll let you know why. So 4 seconds here. Now I want this to be here in the center. Also, I want the eye and the eyeball on 2 different layers. So let's convert layers to track. So now it's in a form of a group. And when you open the group, you have two layers, layer 1 and layer 2. So layer 1, now here again, you can label the layers, rename them, like this is going to be the eye, and this is going to be the ball. So you can rename your layers. It becomes easy. There is one more method with which you can identify your tracks in case you have a lot of tracks going on in your animation, which is going to happen today in this animation. So let's color code this. Also, we can color code the group, I think. Let me just check. Yes. So we'll color code the group one by one. It'll be easy. Okay. So now here from 0 to 1. Oh, let's first hide the ball layer. And for the eye layer, I want it to be bigger. It should take the most amount of space on the canvas, on the stage. So let's click on the eye track. Now you can activate snapping with your pencil and one more finger. Click on the eye or the object, and somewhere on the screen, you will see a plus sign over there. Your snapping is on. So with this, you can adjust the placement of the object. I'm going to increase the size so that it takes maximum amount on the screen. I think this is good. Let's just check snapping one more time. Perfect. Okay, so this is the eye. Now add 0. Now let's add some keyframes to this. So we'll start from 0. Click on the action button and we'll click on move and scale. You will have the very first keyframe formed over here. Now here the eye is going to be in a closed form. So let's bring this to the center. This red color dotted line, when you touch it, it becomes a solid line. You just drag and pull it to the center so that these two lines will overlap almost. You can be really more precise here if you want. You can just be little more overlapping over here, and that is done. Now at 1 second, the eye is going to open. So let's just open it a little more. First add a key frame, then open it. Now you can just zoom it and like that. And it is open. Now at 2 seconds, it's going to close again. So add a keyframe over there and let's close this. Right? Again, go ahead as perfect as you can, or do the overlapping. There you go. Now let's just check this much. Let's bring it to 0 and let's play. Opens and close. Now this movement is really fast because nothing is happening. There's no scene. It's all black. So next is we're going to introduce the eyeball at 2 seconds. So activate eyeball and we're going to make it reach this 2 second. Now from here we will start seeing the eyeball. Now here the eye's position is closed, that's why it is not visible. Also the size of the eyeball, make it a little smaller. I think that's up to you to decide. Also, let's increase the duration to 6. Done. Right? So let's extend this. First group, then individual tracks. This is something we need to do always, but there is another way. Okay, I'll show you a different way where you can, do this particular thing. together using the transform button. So we'll do that in the next step. So here we have the eyeball, but before that the eye needs to open, then only we'll be able to see the eyeball moving inside it. So let's get back to the track eye. At number 2 it is closed, and at number 3 seconds it's going to open again, and it's going to stay open for a longer time so that we have some few seconds for the animation to be presented. Let's add the keyframe, and okay, there you go. Back to its original shape. And at number 6, that is 6 seconds, at 6 seconds it is again going to close because it's preparing itself to show you the next scene. Closed. So now let's come to the open place, and now when the eye will open, we want there should be some white space, otherwise how will you see the eyeball unless and until you change the color of the eyeball. That is one thing you can do. Let's go to colors, and how about we change the color of the background first. Let's take a lighter tone like a skin color. That's good. And let's take the same color for the eyeball. Okay, good. Let's click on done. So now let's animate this eye. Again, the eye will be, because of this, it will go everywhere. Where is its anchor point? It's in the center. Okay. So what we're going to do here is, there's this dot that we need to erase. That is what the selection is all about. Click on done. Now, again. Anyways, so let's get back to number 2 here. And okay, for the time being, let's change the color of the eye. Otherwise, we won't be able to see where the eye is moving. Okay, so let it be yellow in color. Right, done. Now you will see it everywhere. Oh, right, all right, okay. So at 2 seconds, let's keep this wherever it is. It will start the movement once the eye starts to open. So, and maybe keep it like this. Now here I will be showing you a little bit of anticipation. Anticipation means the ball is going to pull itself back a little bit, and then with a little force it is going to move forward. That is what we are going to depict over here. As the eye opens, the ball is going to push itself a little back, and then with a little speed it is going to go ahead, and then it is going to bounce inside that area. So for doing that, let's activate clipping mask. So click on mask and add clipping mask. Now the eye will stay only inside, the ball will stay only inside the eye. It is not going to go anywhere else outside. Okay, so let's go back to 2 seconds and let it be somewhere here. So we have a little bit of black portion behind the ball for creating that movement. So let the eye be a little bit open. Let's say here at around here, if you want to take the exact time frame, there's this number called as 5. So it's the 5th frame after 2 seconds. That is where I'm going to start this. Right? Okay. Now I'm going to add keyframes again over here. You can work with the perform button but I personally don't use perform a lot. When I have to create really clean movements, it is better to add keyframes by ourselves. So let's click on the action button, move and scale. You will add a keyframe over there. one extra will be created over there because the keyframes, they kind of form a path by themselves. So that first keyframe is showing the exact position of the ball. It is not going to change. But at the fifth frame, now again we need snapping. So click on this and little bit behind. Then again at your seventh or maybe ninth frame. That's easy because you can read it. It's going to move again little behind. Oh, add a keyframe. Little more behind, right? And at 3 seconds, 9-3, or maybe after 3, the fifth frame, after 3 seconds. Here, add another keyframe. The ball will reach the other side and touch the wall of the eye. Now, when you play this, it's going to be a little faster movement, right? There's a little jerk. You will see that the ball goes back, pulls itself, and then move forward with a little bit of extra speed. Now, for the remaining time, this ball is going to keep on bouncing on the walls of the eye. It will go top and come down and something like that. Now, the action that I'm showing, obviously you can modify that. But now at fifth frame, now again at ninth frame, add a keyframe and you can just pull it somewhere down and let a little portion of it go behind the eye because of the clipping mask. So it will look as if the ball is pressing a little bit and then going with some speed. Now we'll give some extra seconds over here. So we'll go to the fifth frame again after 4 seconds. The ball will go to the wall over there. Again, it is going to, be a little bit outside. Then at 5 seconds, the eye will close, right? So we need lots of movement. Let's check. Okay, this can be a little more faster. So keeping it at 4 seconds. Then the fifth frame, it will come here. And then moving on to the wall over there. Like this, and at the end, it's not visible. So yeah, so that's the anticipation and the tween that we created over here. Perfect. So there's a problem here. It needs to reach the end. Okay. Good. Let's check the ball animation one more time. Nice. So very good. Okay. So now to ease out this movement a little bit, you click on it, set all easing to linear, and a little more smoother movement for the ball. Same thing you can do for the eye. Go to the layer which is showing you all the keyframes, set all easing. This is going to be in and out because in and then out, right? Let's play. Perfectly done. That's so good. So that was our first scene where we created a simple bouncing ball animation. We added a little bit of anticipation and a tween over here using keyframes. Keynotes. Now for the second visual that this eye is going to show us here, what will happen is I want this layer of eye again. So I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to copy this, right? Now I'm just going to close this group, right? Let's close this group so everything stays inside it. You can rename this also to bouncing ball, I'll say. And let's give it, the ball was yellow in color, so it's going to be a yellow highlight over there. Now I'm going to increase the time frame. It will be 6 to 6, 7, 8, 6 to, how much can we take? 1, 2, 3 to 10. Let's go with 6 to 10. So next will be, let's change the duration to 10. And here you will understand why I did not fix the duration at the very beginning. Now here I'm going to paste the layer and let this be on a track above, just so it does not create a confusion. So let's see. So the eye closes and then eye opens up again. Okay, here I don't want the initial 2 seconds. It's very fast, the blink. So I don't need that. Let's click on this. Let's edit. Okay, split. Split. So now you have 2 different. Now we can erase this one. Delete content. And let's align it with 6 seconds here. All the way. So close, open, and then close again at 10 seconds. I'm going to change the color of this. It's not going to stay black now. Why? Because you're going to see a scene of some plants moving in it, different forms of leaves or something like that. So let's give it a little darker green color. There you go. Click on done. Now, I want the key, the action bar to be at the place where I have the open eye, so I understand how big the plants need to be. So here I'm going to add a track above it, go to draw and paint, and this is where I'm going to draw all the plants or the leaves. So here again, feel free to use any kind of colors that you want, any kind of brushes that you want, and make some beautiful leaves. Let's pull it down so you get into the flip book and you have a bigger area to work upon. So simple leaf shapes. Okay, you can add as many details as you want, but remember that this particular animation is going to be for around like what, 2 seconds. So keeping that in mind, I'm not adding a lot of details. So that's one form of the leaf. I'll move on to the next one, and I'm going to take a different color, maybe pink, and add some different kind of leaf. As I said, I'm not going to put this on time lapse, but yes, it's good for you also that you use the same amount of time and create some beautiful leaves or flowers. Again, anything. So this is going to be a simple leaf. Now we have that feature of clipping mask over here also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another layer on top of it, clip it, and add some veins to this one. Okay, and then Let's say I'll just add one more. I'll use some shades of orangish yellowish color, medium yellow kind of. And again, something simple. Okay, there you go. So I'm happy with these 4 leaves. If you want, add more. That's up to you. Now you will see 4 different frames on one single track, and I want to move each and every leaf. I want to add a animation to each and every leaf. Here we will understand what is rigging. Rigging is something like this movement. You have a fixed joint, and then the top portion is moving, like you're saying hello. So it's waving to someone. It is fixed over here and then just waving the top. So the same thing we're going to do over here. We're going to adjust the anchor point to the roots of the leaf, and just the leaves will wave out or something like that. Right. So now for animating each and every leaf, and to be able to see all the 4 leaves in one single frame, I am going to create different tracks, one for every leaf. So just pick and place it one over the other. Now you can decide again which leaf will come in front, which will go back. Like I want the green one to be somewhere here and the yellow one to be somewhere on this side, so that doesn't overlap. Like this. I want the pink one to be visible. It's going to be on top of all the leaves. Delete this track. Okay. Here, like, and let's move this one also a little bit on the side. Okay, this is how it is going to look like. Also, you can adjust the size and shape if you want. I think that is good. What I did is one thing that I wanted to keep in mind was the bottom of all the leaves are outside. For now, I'm going to clip it so they won't be visible. You won't be able to see where the end of the leaf is and from where it is moving. Now, I'll tell you why I am keeping the duration little and I'm increasing it little by little. See, what will happen here is I have to fill the duration only up till 10 seconds. If I have the complete length of 20 seconds, when I click on fill duration, this is going to take the complete 20 seconds. And then I have to drag that layer backwards. So just to avoid that, I increase the time little by little. Okay, so let's click on this and a fill duration. Fill duration. Also, you can decide full duration. Full duration. Right, now we have this 4 leaves on 4 different layers, and which is reaching the 10 seconds threshold. And let's get back to the 6 second and let's play and check. So it's not visible here. We'll drag it backwards so that as soon as the eye opens, you'll be able to see all the leaves. Later, I'm going to group all these leaves to the bottom layer. That I'm going to do. Okay, so let's adjust the anchor point for each and every one of these. So pick any leaf, click on these 3 dots, edit anchor, bring that anchor to the bottom of the leaf, click on done. Here I'm going to use the perform tool because 4 of them. Adding keyframe will also work, but it is just going to take a little extra time. and you already understood how to do that, and we'll be adding the keynotes again in the next animation. So let's click on this and let's make it little wiggle. There you go. Now same for the leaf. Let's click on perform, and this is going to wiggle a little. Oh, see, I did not adjust the anchor point, so let's do that first. Okay, click on done. Let's go to the leaf, add the action like this. For me, this perform tool is not a friend. Somehow, I like adding keynotes more. See, from this point to this point, there is only 2. I was moving this leaf a lot, but it did not create a keyframe over there. See, little movement, and then it is moving faster. I don't get it why, but it happens with me all the time. Anyways, let's click on the perform. See again, only one keyframe after this. It's almost stationary. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just add a keynote. Manually. Okay. Here the eye will be closed, so doesn't matter. Next is, see, it only created one over here. What is the good thing? I don't like you perform button. Anyways, let's add the keyframe by myself. Again, here I'm just going with the sort of it. There's no particular timeline edit or something. This action, you have to decide what kind of movement you want these plants to have. And then closed. Same way, this one, first we will be adjusting. This can stay stationary, it is behind. So let it be like that. Let's go to the pink one. Let's edit the anchor, bring it to the end, click on done. Let's try the perform button one more time. I just hope it will work this time. Let's check. See? Why? Why you don't like me, Mr. Perform? Okay, so adding some keyframes by myself. Okay, so now we have some movement for all the leaves. Now I'm going to group all these layers, all these tracks. So you need to click on this, the timeline edit, and select these 4 leaves and group them. Now there's this extra track, let's delete it, click on it, and we're going to mask and clip it so that the leaves will stay inside the eye only. So now I am going to increase the duration again from 10 to 14. So 4 more seconds added. Now here we don't have to work a lot because the bottom track has been done just fine. So I'm going to duplicate this and put it on a new track. Also, let's group this one and we'll name it. Oh, let's come out of the edit and rename it to leaves. Leaves, and you can color code it to green. Easy. It's easily visible once we have all the scenes ready. So now here again, so we don't have to touch the keyframes of this. It's good. What we're going to do is, first of all, let's go to draw and paint. So the next scene is going to be where you will see a bird flying through a jungle. So it is somewhat blackish grayish color. And then let's create another track on top of it. Now here I'm going to add these trees. So for the trees, I'm taking white color. And for the brush, I'll be taking a chalk brush. So let's add some trees, simple trees here. Just like that. And I'm just going to draw a few more. Like that. Right? Make it a little more longer. Those are the trees. On the next frame, I'm going to make a bird here. Again, pick any color that you want. I'm going to take monoline. Let's try to form a good, perfect circle over here. Fill in the color. You know, there's another way how to make a small perfect circle. Small perfect circle, I'll show you. Like this, I'm just keeping the monoline at 100% and I'm going to add a dot. Like that. Let's click on done. Now, here in this frame, you can just select it, you know, and make it bigger. So my way of making a perfect circle over here. And I think that is good. So let's go back to draw and paint into your flipbook. Oops. Let's make the haziness little perfect here. Okay. Next is, let's add an eye with white color. There you go. And a small dot, black dot inside it. Now, if you want, you can animate the eye again as we did the bouncing ball. But that's again optional. There you go. Little birdie with a black eye. And I'm going to take some red color for the beak. Why is this brush so big? At 1%. Anyways, now for the wing, I'm going to create it on a different track. Let's take pink color for that. Any color will do again. And I'm just going to draw a simple shape for the wing. And the same for the tail. So I'm taking another different color for the tail. Let's the tail be red in color. No. Okay. Again, a simple triangular shape. That's it. Click on done. So now we again have 4 different tracks, frames on one single track. So what is going to be the next step? We're going to align them one over the other. Also, can we drag them together? We need to group them, no? Then we can. And then ungroup them. Right? Now let's place them on different tracks. each one of them. So first will be the layer of the tail, because that needs to be at the end. Then will be the bird going above that. And then finally the wing will be visible above the bird's body. So yeah, there you go. And then let's fill the duration. Right? And then this layer of the tree also, let's fill it throughout the duration. Now, while the eye is going to blink, these trees are also going to move. So the first animation will be a simple tween that I'm going to add here using the keyframes. So adding my first keyframe at 10, move and scale. So here it's going to be a little bit like that, and at the end I'll go at 14, add a keyframe, and you will see the trees over here. So the trees are moving in this direction and the bird will move in the other direction. Now here again we'll be using rigging for the wing and for the tail. So let's go to this. What we can do is we can have one group for the bird and one group for and the tree will be on a different track. So let's open the group, and the body of the bird is not going to move. I'll go to the tail, edit its anchor, click on done, and let's add the perform. Is it working? I hope it works. See, I don't know why the movement is so less. And it won't be visible after that. Same for the wing. I'm going to adjust the anchor somewhere here, click on done, and then let's try. Oh, let's check again if it is working. See, not working. Why is it happening? Is it happening with me only, or does it happen with you also? It's... So manually, I'll change it. What is the need of the perform button if it doesn't work? Okay, so this animation is done for the bird. If we play and check, right, there you go. Now we need to add a tween for the bird also. So the bird initially will be outside the eye, not visible. So let's add a tween for the bird, move and scale. The bird will enter, then maybe it will fly here, then come down, then again go up, then you won't be able to see. So yeah, that's good, right? Now I want again everything to be visible only inside the eye. So we're going to clip these layers. Mask, clipping mask, mask, clipping mask. Everything stays inside. So that's your scene number 3. So let's see this from the beginning. Let's play. You will see the bouncing ball with some anticipation. Then you will see the ease out and ease in with some rigging for the bird also and the tween. And finally, everything combined in this one. So yeah, this was it. I hope again this was some use, and I really want all of you to create these kind of scenes, share it with me. I would love to see them, and share it on Instagram, share it over here on WhatsApp. Some of you know me on my Facebook page also, so you can share it over there also. And let's create some more fun videos on Procreate Dreams. So this was all for today, and I'll be coming again with a new video with something new to explore on Procreate Dreams. So till then, bye bye. Make more animation. Do share them with me. Comment on my video here if you like it or not. Do subscribe if you're new, and click on the bell icon so that you will be notified as soon as I upload my next video. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.